AI might be ruining the next generation of developers, not because it's bad, but because it can quietly become a crutch. Right now, AI can generate full features to an extent. It can refactor some code, and what's best at is pattern recognition. That's powerful, yeah. But if you're only prompting, vibe coding, then you're not going to improve, and you're not going to see any improvement at all. You're not going to understand what's going on with the code because you're only prompting your way out. And when the code base gets large, then you're pretty much cooked, man. If you can't solve problems or debug code or develop any new features, you're just prompting and hoping. Like, pretty much there is no development there. The AI will continue to create new things as you prompt, but the code base will be unchecked by any humans if you are the only one developing there, or if everyone is doing the same. And it could get to a point that you get a huge bug and there is no one that can get in there because you don't understand. No one understands what's going on. You need like a real senior developer to go and look into that mess and fix it for you. But also I understand that AI is here to stay. It's not going away, and we'll never go back to the traditional way of coding. I know it's a bit sad for the people that grew up learning that way, learning on your own, Googling things, going to the Stack Overflow. That's the way I did it, and I understand that the new generation will use AI and whatever, yeah, but you have to be able to solve problems on your own. I do use AI at work, but I'm not dependent on the AI to develop. I use it as an assistant, and I know what's going on. I know every single line of code that I commit, and I know that it works and it's fine. So that's something that new developers have to take into consideration. Don't only just vibe code your way out, but understand what's going on and be the architect of the app. You have to see how the app is going to work, all the moving parts, and then you can use AI as a partner, I guess, just helping you in small parts, just so you can speed up your process. But all the thinking, you have to do all the thinking and then tell the AI to do a certain thing, not just let it solve it for you, unless there is something that you really don't understand and you just want to know what's going on. And then you can ask the AI, hey, can you explain why you did that and how you solved it? That's one way to do it. Another great use of AI is if you're working with an open source tool, then you can download, you can pull that repo and have it locally next to your project. And if you don't know how a tool works exactly, then you can ask AI to go and look at that and tell you, hey, where is that file? Where's the file that exports a certain method? And can you explain that method in a short text, right? And then it'll explain it, you'll read it, you kind of understand what's going on. If you don't understand it fully, then it'll tell you, because you asked to tell you where the file is, then you can go and read it yourself, and then you'll have a way better understanding of how the tool works. Because with open source tools or any dependencies, there is always this abstraction, because you don't know what's underneath. But now with AI, you can explore those libraries way faster because you don't have to read it all. Now you can look into the certain features that you actually want to use, and now you know exactly how they behave. If you become fully dependent on AI, your ability to think and solve problems will weaken. It will diminish. And I know AI is way faster than humans, and there is no way to be as fast as AI. But what humans are very good at is keeping large context in their head, being able to solve complex problems and understand what their requirements really are. And that's how that's the advantage of human beings, that you can understand exactly what the client wants and how you have to implement it in the overall architecture of the whole app. Because you add pieces, but you also have to make sure that nothing else breaks, everything else keeps working the same way, or if there's any more updates to do with that are gonna interfere with your features, then you have to do those. But AI is not able to keep a super large context. And also, if you think about it, AI is just a fancy autocomplete because it's not really thinking. It's just going back over and over again, reading the whole context and outputting the next token. And that's how it generates content. And it's not really thinking. It's just it's by probability. So there is nothing, at least right now, that can compare to the reasoning of humans. So what should new developers do? Well, you can use AI, but use it as a tool, an assistant, but do not use it as a crutch. Do not fully depend on it, because if AI disappeared tomorrow, obviously it's not gonna happen. It will probably some companies will go down, and a few will stay, because that always happens. The more unstable companies go down, and the bigger ones, the larger ones, buy the companies, and they stay. So I know AI is here to stay. So just use AI, but do not depend on AI to do everything for you. At the end of the day, I think that those developers that can solve problems on their own, and they have the ability to think deeply into how an app works and the overall structure of the app, while using AI, they're gonna be unstoppable pretty much. I know. I mean, I don't think AI is something that you have to be forced to use. There is developers that are not gonna want to use it. I'm using it. I do accept the fact that AI is here, and I do like some parts of it. It's not everything is good about AI, but there are some really cool things about it. So just learn to use it correctly. Do not fully depend on it, and you'll be fine. I mean, that's about it. That's my 2 cents.